Hello, my name is Ina and I do art stuff and things, and it's been way too long since my last video, but I'm here now and I would like to talk about AI because, well, everyone is. However, I would like to talk about maybe the positive side of it as opposed to all doom and gloom. I'll leave everyone else to talk about doom and gloom. Let's go. So, AI. What's it all about? Well, I've seen all of the Terminator movies, so have it on good authority that art theft and taking our jobs,
they take our jobs,
should be the least of our worries. But we're not here to worry and panic about that. I reserve that for bedtime. AI is here and it's here to stay, so let's look at what it can do for us before it reaches singularity and ends all life as we know it.
Come with me if you want to live.
Dark humor aside, I watched a video recently about how you can use AI to help in everyday productivity journey, and I will link it here, for it has some very helpful information and it got me thinking, what can AI do to help artists specifically? And then it dawned on me, why don't I ask it? And then I did. And it provided the goods. So let's go through some of the ones that I personally thought were pretty good, because some of them were not, like generating art. Come on, that's what we do. Sorry about that, I had to fix a mistake. It's fixed. Yay! Thanks, Harry. I got it from here. So let's talk about what AI can do for us as artists. And the first thing on this list was photo editing and restoration. What this means is that AI can help artists enhance, modify, or restore old or damaged photographs. And I think that's pretty damn important for someone who works a lot with references. And I don't really do commissions at the moment. Maybe ever, I don't know, but for those who do, how many times have you been given a photograph that is so old and blurry that you just cannot make out details and it becomes a nightmare? Well, this could be a solution, and that's kind of neat. So next on the list is artistic assistance. But what does that even mean? Well, ChatGPT says that AI tools can act as creative assistants, providing suggestions, feedback, brainstorming ideas, or even suggest new directions for your art. Well, my friend Steve can help me with that, you might say, and I'd say not everyone has a friend named Steve on speed dial. I don't have to remind an artist that creative block is a very real thing, and sometimes artists do work in isolation, so this could be a solution to a problem like that. As someone who suffers from ADHD, I find it incredibly hard to start things. Why do you think this video is so late? And I think this could be helpful. Something worth to explore. Also, I apologize if you can hear the sounds of my dog chewing things. She's here, she's chewing things, and there's nothing I can do about that. Let's see what else is on the list. 3D modeling and sculpting. AI-based tools can aid artists in creating 3D models and sculptures, simplifying the design process and enhancing creative possibilities. Now, not much I can say on this one, as I do not work in 3D, but if you do and you have an opinion on this, let me know down in the comments. Geez, words are hard. Next on the list is automated drawing and sketching. This is a controversial one. Don't come for me. Hear me out first and then come for me. So essentially what ChatGPT said automated drawing and sketching is AI can assist artists in generating initial sketches or concept art based on verbal descriptions or rough outlines. Now, what else is a highly controversial method of assisting with initial concept sketches? Tracing. That's right, I've traced this image. We interrupt our regular scheduled programming because my husband came back home and is currently drilling things. So we had to move and sit under a blanket, but you'll probably still be able to hear it. So again, sorry about that. back to tracing on why it's wildly acceptable. I have talked about this before and I'll talk about it again, I'm sure, but tracing is an acceptable form of, well, not art per se, but art assistance, especially where drawing is not the point of your art. For example, here the point is painting. So to save time, I traced the image. I could have traced it better. I did get very lost at times because I traced it quite a while ago. And then when I went back to it, I had no idea what things were, so I had to kind of either sketch it back in or figure it out. But the fact remains that tracing is now an acceptable form for learning, for speed, when you're tracing an image you've already done. So the AI generated drawings in that context are just a souped-up technological version of that. If you're still with me and not out looking for pitchforks, the next item on the list is learning and skill improvement, where AI-powered educational platforms can provide personalized lessons and tutorials to help artists improve their skills and explore new techniques. Well, I guess that's more of what I was looking for, so I rephrased my question and asked, how can artists use ChatGPT? It came up with some very similar answers, but it also additionally provided the following. Writing artist statements. ChatGPT can assist artists in writing compelling artist statements or descriptions for their artworks. So that's a big one for me because I don't know if you recall, but words are hard. I am an artist, not a wordsmith, so yeah, a little help would be fantastic. Next item on the list is research and learning. But that's what Google and books are for, you'd say, and I'd say, sure, but before Google there was just books, and before books, well, I don't know what there was before books, hearsay, word of mouth, I don't know, maybe I should ask Google about that. The point is, one doesn't cancel the other one out, it assists and enhances, and this is what I think AI can do in this space for us. It can assist and enhance our research and learning capabilities. Which brings us to the last AI generated item on the list, and that is exploration of art styles. What ChatGPT said that means is that it can provide insights into various art styles and help artists understand the characteristics and nuances of different artistic approaches. I guess the argument for this one is similar to that of the research and learning, but also remember that the information coming out of AI is as good as the information that's been put into the AI, so maybe it has still a way to go and learn, but the possibilities are clear. What it didn't tell me, but what I hoped that it would, was things like creating lesson or study plans, because I asked for it to create a study plan for me to learn gouache painting, and it did. Or generating outlines for events and exhibitions. I asked how I would go about putting on a solo exhibition, and it did. Obviously you would personalise it to you, but the bones are all there. So I guess you can use it to lay down the structure of any art-related projects that you have never done before and have no idea how to start. Been thinking of creating an art book, a children's book, painting a mural? Ask ChatGPT for a plan and it shall provide. I guess so can the internet, but you can get specific. For example, please provide a plan to release an art book from scratch in 6 months, working 2 days a week. How about art challenges? You can ask AI to generate a list of prompts for you, for example. Anyway, these are just a few things that I thought about. What do you say? Would you use AI to help you in your artistic journey? And if you would, then how? And if you wouldn't, then why not? And believe me, I get why not. But just in case it's not clear, at all times, remember that data inputted into AI is stored there forever. It's used for learning and God knows what else. I mean, who knows what it will do with that credit card detail? Probably buy a cool leather jacket and a chopper and come find you. Just saying, stay safe and thanks for watching.
I'll be back.